This is the Martian Enterprise coming to you live on Twitch. We're in round 5. There's a fight between Mighty Squirrel, Peasant, Silver, and that Scar. We are on Mars in New Jianjing Colony, which consumes glass. And casting with me is Lahi. What do you think about this map, Lahi?
Hello, this is just like the first few games, we had nomad opportunities, but in this time nomad is going to have hard time upgrading, so I expect other farms than nomad, which should be still users. And I see resources scattered a lot, and there are also empty places on northwest and southwest and northeast.
It seems all the carbons in the middle. Some scientists found northwest. Receive free expenses. And immediately the colony grows by 2 modules. And 3 modules, wow, okay. Triple
Wow.
growth already. So this could be a high price game. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go through these founds.
Silver has not found it.
Where should Silver found? Where would you found right now? Oh, there we go.
Elite in a random place.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
Could work.
This can work.
I'll say one thing. You should build a pleasure dome this game.
Yeah.
So colony is super expanded already, and 3 expansives, which are really, really good for pleasure dome revenue, and
Actually,
1 elite, which is even better.
I might have considered founding elite right near the colony so that pleasure dome is not going to get magnetic storm. And there's also some silicon and iron nearby. The iron is not strong, but you elite don't want to make steel.
Could work. Yeah. I would probably do a pleasure dome next to my HQ as Silver here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ship until I have teleportation either. Although chems are 40 maybe. Anyway, let's go through these founds, shall we?
Yeah, everyone seems to have found it standard. Deska went into 2 iron mines because there is no adjacent high. Peasant, Mighty Scroll also went for 2 iron mine and 2 steel mill. And Peasant has gone for...
Peasant grabbing the God tile.
God tile, it is a weak tile, but it is still good because it saves 1 claim compared to other expensives. Because they all had to go for double iron mine.
Yeah, that's worth cut around. I would say that everyone going this heavily into steel puts the power curve on pretty steep incline here.
And that is what in those cases, one person can actually forget about steel and make something else. Power will be great. Food is great. And now fuel is going to be great as well.
Yeah, fuel is great. Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind scrapping out of the steel mill. Oh, they're going to sell it. I'll just make something more expensive.
I agree. And what do we see? We see Silver going for the farm play?
Yeah, Silver is going for food and Detska is going for reactors. Those are solid plays, solid markets. I like it.
Okay, so should we talk about this for a second? That Scar claimed a medium water that's not on ice when there's nukes around. That seems risky to me.
That is indeed a risky play. That being said, this is also on a cliff. So if it gets nuked out, that Scar will be able to rotate it out to weak wind turbine tile, which is better than nothing.
Okay. So I assume someone has wind turbines considering the price of carbon. Did I miss them? Why is carbon expensive? Wait, was that a shortage?
There was a shortage. This card looks like pretty much like a shortage.
Okay, yeah, nobody has wind turbines. Nobody has any power. It's for silicon solar plants. What are they called? Solar panel going down right now for Peasant.
Unfortunately for Peasant, this nice combo tower has been nuked out and Peasant is no longer getting rich aluminum and iron.
Yeah.
And who's making power? Nobody's making power.
Just a solar panel. There is a lot of geothermal vents northwest. I expect to see all of this claimed pretty sure. Because I just Sean Connor that, didn't I? Steel is really, really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here we go. They're getting claimed. There's only one left now. Get it while it's cheap. Nearby. Geo vent. And Silver hits HQ3 without going into a pressure dome. Oh! There's even adrenaline boost. Yeah, I would definitely. I think it's a mistake, straight up, that there's no pressure domes in this map yet.
I would like to point out that given the fuel price, going into fuel is a very great choice, and there's another shortage on top of it, making it go over 200. So this car is in two reactors. However, that car is also shipping a lot of resources, and that results in getting only 0.1 or minus 0.1 surplus production of it. And in those cases, those high prices do not go to their valuable liquid money, but just goes paying down the debt. So there's something to consider. In those cases, you want to go to triple, and double does not make you money.
And the thing I talked about actually happened. This water tile that's not on ice did get nuked, and in response it takes two other tiles that also cannot be transitioned to solar condensers.
Oh.
I think kind of missing the ice distinction here. It's gonna hurt him a lot. And Silver goes for the boost on the solar panels and gets shut down immediately by that scar. So yeah, I think in this game, this carbon shortage was really, really impactful.
Yeah, people could not go easily into wind turbines.
Yeah. The Peasant has done it, but they're not really on cliffs. Just a very weak and a weak, which is weak. Yeah. Good choice of words.
Yeah. It will be awkward. It's an awkward placement because Peasant wants to protect its pattern lab, but also wants to put wind turbine on a cliff, and it's awkward in this placement.
Silver's really focusing on that scar and his water. Interesting. So this pleasure dome is coming up. What do you think the number is going to be? I'm going to guess 380. 380.
500. I cheated.
Oh, you cheated? Wait, I was one off though, and I didn't cheat. How did that happen?
Because so by the time I hovered it, Peasant Pleasure Dome did not finish, and my focus was in silver, so it was Elite Pleasure Dome.
Yeah. So this colony is really grown. Right now it's at 2 glass consumption. And yeah, Pleasure Dome. That's without virtual reality. There's no pleasure bonus, elite bonus, sorry. And he shows a really poor tile. There's a tile with 4 adjacency. There's 2 tiles. There was 2 tiles with 4 adjacency. He shows one with 3 in adjacency. So yeah, this could be even better, which is pretty silly.
So we're seeing that instead of elite, who gets a bonus for bonus value in Pleasure Dome, we're seeing 2 expenses going into those markets first. So if Silver went into those Pleasure Domes earlier, then it might have bettered Silver's position in this point of the game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is a lost opportunity.
Yeah. I will say that after he stuck through the farms, through the dust storm.
Yeah.
And now he's finally back on track to make money. Although it takes a lot of money to buy this glass. This colony consuming a lot of it. Oh, Peasant gets VR! What is it now? 3, oh. Same, but this is with 2 pleasure domes instead of just 1.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a bad patent because okay, that's correct. Yeah, that scar was really overshipping. I think my squirrel, although the thing he shipped was double carbon, which was actually profitable compared to silicon. He did rack up a lot of debt doing it. So yeah, all this long distance shipping with these fuel prices and also the power price has made debt plentiful, which makes financial instruments potentially a really good pattern. People seem to be paying it down or just making power.
Optimization center is ready. Time to start improving everything.
Martian Squirrel gets into the patent lab market. He grabs nanotechnology. Surprised Peasant didn't prioritize that one. He liked teleportation instead.
Yeah. Peasant went for teleportation, VR, superconductor teleportation, VR, and now going to thinking machines.
Yeah. So I like VR and like superconductor. I don't like teleportation.
Peasant really
Anything you should
didn't
get
need it.
so we can't get nuked, right?
The black market is
Yeah, I really like slant over anything else. Or what he got, over thinking machines and teleportation. And nanotech over both of them. But yeah, so at this point, optimizations in glass, in chems, or fuel, and yeah, just optimize anything really.
Yeah.
And you're gonna make a ton of money.
I would like to see 2 optimization centers.
Yeah, each.
Each. So
Power rising again.
power is rising, but not only power, water is also rising, and that is because people are not producing enough of it. Mighty Scroll has a medium and a low, but that is barely covering their own production. That Scar has a triple, but one is nuked, and that is barely covering the production. And Silver is not covering the production. And worse, at night, this water is going to be shut down.
Ooh. This was a response.
That is a very good response. Oh, and a very nicely timed random shot surplus.
Peasant has ton of money, buys all the stock of himself. Like I'm not sure what happened here. I just caught it right now. My spontaneous reaction is just go HQ5 instead. And when you do, move your claims toward the cliffs so you can actually use superconductor better. I have no idea why he's still on HQ4.
Yeah. Peasant
Sell his
should
stock and upgrade.
change. Yeah, Peasant is doing exactly what I thought. Changing the pattern lab into wind turbine, so he gets this cliff and also gets superconductor bonus.
I don't know. Just use your 7 new claims and go to the other cliff, right? I mean, not all 7, obviously.
That is a good
but
point.
Yeah, okay, that's works too, though. All right.
So because
But what I want to point out is buying all the stock in himself just delayed the upgrade. It didn't do much benefit. I don't think it was enough threat to getting bought out already. So I would prefer to swap of the order here. First get HQ5, then buy your stock. Is that fair? Or am I missing something?
Yeah, and then pay down debt before this debt tickets.
Oh, yeah, pay, that would be nice too. I missed it. Yeah.
Takes 45k debt tick.
And I think Silver just varies the same tile twice.
I think that's what happened.
Don't ask me why.
An elite HQ has been upgraded.
But it does get HQ5. Still no pleasure dome.
Yeah, still no pleasure dome. Elites have a weak production because they don't have special bonus in terms of production. Robot has adjacency, scientific has easier mining, and expensive just gets more claim, but elites don't get any of that. They have better special buildings, and they should make use of that to get ahead in this game of off-road.
Yeah. Martian Scroll has been money leader for a while, but he has no optimization centers compared to Peasant's 3. So even though Peasant is struggling with debt, I really like Peasant here. Also, his Pleasuredom is way too good.
Yeah, 500. Now it's 300. It used to be 500.
Yeah, but it's two. He has two of them, so there's 600 total.
Yeah, this is a game where they have a ton of adjacency bonus from Habitat and expensive elite, expensive OH5. This is a lot of money. Let's check the revenue from that. Peasant has got 100, 200k from it. Others got Scroll got 100. Very solid tile.
Our methods continue to improve.
Peasant paid down all of his debt and now is getting into that scar.
The black market is
Yeah.
online.
That's a solid one.
Yeah. That scar has.
I'm disappointed he doesn't get the cliff. Like, why do you have a very weak wind turbine? There's no reason to.
Yeah. I think it was a
Oh.
remnant of Dust Storm.
Now I transitioned the good one. I kept the very weak one. And wow, look at these prices! Ah!
Who is making
So
cam?
currently only that scar is making cams.
That scar is making
Doesn't
cam.
have been upgraded. Only a pair, no upgrades.
Yeah.
Whew, this is stressful. Oh, there we go. My Discord just started doing it, and
Successful.
I like this
he
reaction.
realized he's very late to it. Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of unacceptable to have 0 optimization centers.
And that scar reacts with another boost of his own.
And he's finally optimizing it. Okay. It's good. Peasant also going into it now, optimizing it. Only a pair though.
Advanced our production.
It's really curious.
Yeah.
Oh, and his high water gets nuked. And my Discord is the one who got slant drilling. And wow, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. Oh wait, it was my Discord that did it. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's why I didn't see it coming. I really don't like that. So it means Peasant gets half a sub for, what did he pay, like 100k? While my Discord just paid like 300k. So you get
Yeah.
the same bonus. Well, no, not really. My Scroll gets 2 claims. So you get the same amount of stock ownership. My Scroll gets 2 more claims. My Scroll pays 3 times as much.
Yeah, Peasant has a lot of optimizations and has secured all of his stock and has much less than that Mighty Screw.
Yeah. And they keep giving really cheap geothermal vents auctions to Peasant. This is the second one he gets
Successful.
for a really low price. This is a good tile. Right? Power price is rising.
Yeah.
The engineers have
So yeah, really favoring Peasant here. My Squirrel did a big mistake there. And meanwhile, Silver kind of struggling to get the elite machine rolling, the elite engine. He does have one perfected in oxygen, which seems ill-advised, just because it's so hard to produce oxygen.
Successful.
Yeah.
So oxygen is produced in the same rate as electronics. Right? Wait. where
Yeah,
am I?
it is right.
Yeah. So generally, oxygen have to be really high to be comparable to glass, or the way the price Chems just had. Chems finally crashing.
A lot of power surge going on. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so my Squirrel, once again, we see these kind of snake formations, which is really nasty when you get hit with a power surge.
Yeah. Having only 2 main clumps of buildings. The Mighty Scroll found it in a those spot, but there was
Yeah.
not much they could do against it.
Oh, I don't agree with that. There's a ton I could do. So this Goon Squad they have makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Serves no purpose right now. If that gun squad was in the middle of the snake on the other side instead, it would create 2 different baskets. And they could have separated. I think they could have made 2 baskets on the left.
Alternatively, they can place, if they have to connect everything, it is a good idea to connect using triangles instead of a bunch of buildings, because when you connect triangles, let's say there's 50% of, I think it's 50% that the power surge comes back and not freeze all the buildings when they connect triangles.
Yeah. Wait, 50? Is that what you said?
Yeah. So if let's say, I don't know where to, a good spot to demonstrate.
Well, yeah, it depends on your starting spot. It depends on your starting tile, right?
Yeah. Let's say a power surge hit in this tile. That's got, who finished the buy? Peasant finished buy on my scroll.
Peasant bought Metascroll. Yeah, okay. So the game is basically over. Yeah. Ever since Metascroll bought that scar, I think.
So let's say a power surge started in this electronics factory. It can go left and go through all the buildings. It can go up and then go down and end the freeze right there, or continue on. So it's 33% to turn back then, assuming
I think
that
so.
Yeah, of course, in this formation, if the power surge starts in the top place, it's going to freeze every single building.
I'm not seeing what you're saying, but oh no, maybe it is 50. I should watch what you're watching.
Yeah, so that's something to consider.
So 50. Yeah, no, I think it's so. One of the outcomes is 100% good. One of the outcomes is 50% good. Shouldn't that be 25% good?
I can't get the calculation right now.
Oh yeah, never do math on stream. It's just don't build a straight line unless you have a goon in the middle. That's all I can really say.
Straight line is workable when there's EMP, but I still like triangles.
There's just a fair amount of difference between power surge and EMP and how you place. And there we go, peasant exit. Very nice. So who gets the thing? I did not pay that much attention to that. Magic Storm. So we have. Okay, it's Silver gets it. He used it. He bought it twice. The only other person to buy it was Peasant.
Yep.
So easy choice.